hopes that media has come to dawn over the last few years, where everyone has their, punches out, they're all straightening up in their chairs and they know, okay, now there's a media person and here we are with all our ammunition, whether it's on Twitter or on Facebook or in person or through fora like these. But it's a real honor, and Samyak, thanks for inviting me over for this event. I don't know why I am the only media person here, but yes, it's been a very interesting, journey of 12 and a half years being a television journalist. I have just moved into Tehelka. Tehelka is a magazine, for those who are not aware of it. It's a very, very sharp online magazine and a print magazine. It's a weekly, and it does hardcore, hard-hitting investigative journalism. A lot of what Devita talked about, those are the kind of stories we go after. There are lots of people who are not as lucky as the employees at her firm, so we also go and brighten up their stories. We look at the alternate side to every story that we look at. Everything is an independent approach. And someone just said, "Yeah, right." Well, that's the way they talk about media these days, and that's why I'm here to talk about the way media can play a role in development, particularly with the bulge that Sir, you talked about, and the demographic dividend that we all depend on, and the Economic Times talks about, an institution that I have been associated with for several years of my life. I think a few things to start with. One is the way we perceive the role of media. I mean, I think that's a question each one of us want to ask ourselves and say, what do we expect of media today? Do we want them to be information gatherers and sharers? Do we want them to be a mediator of sorts between politicians and people? Do we want media to be out there entertaining us? Do we want media to educate us? Is it a bit of all of this? And if so, then why are we out there with guns at the media? I think there's a little bit of introspection that's needed within media organizations, for media owners. But at the same time, I think the role of media, particularly to do with youth, migration, development, democracy, and the way forward, is going to be tremendous. Will it be about a shouting match on television? Maybe not. But will it be one that can be effective and actually address so many of the issues that each one of our speakers are talking about? The answer to that is an unequivocal yes. In everything that we are going to be talking about in the future, it's the media that will come out there, inform you. Whether with that information you're going to make an opinion that this media house is giving out information that's appropriate to a certain political party, to a business intention, to a certain community, that is your choice. But I think today media has been able to come to a stage where each one of you can form an opinion. You may have had opinions in the past, but you've not had enough to make an opinion that might be sound, or for that matter, have the ability to know what is not a sound opinion. So I think from a media standpoint, there's a big role to be played out here. And even though we've got plenty of bad news headlines, I think at all points, media tries to put out what is very much the hot subject. And why is it hot? Because all of you want to watch it. We all have read over and over again what Justice Kajju has been talking about for the past few years. And today when I was coming for this, naturally I was trying to prepare a little bit. And I went through each one of his discourses in the media. And he said, I think media is certainly not playing its appropriate role. They only talk about Bollywood. They talk about cricket. They talk about politicians. They talk about how many laptops were given for free. They should actually be talking about education, poverty, great work done by an organization like Magic Bus, and so on and so forth. And I wondered that is this really an opinion that one should believe in? Because I have now been doing this for 12 years and wondering, obviously something is working for media. I mean, it's gone from being one single channel to I think about 36 news channels alone, or maybe more. And I don't know how many countless entertainment channels. There has to be a reason why the consumption of media has surged. I mean, it's not because somebody said, okay, guys, we want 555 channels in this country. Obviously, you all are consuming it. I think somewhere the consumption of media itself has led to people to realize that yes, we want to watch Bollywood, we want cricket, yes, we want stories on poverty, or organizations like the Helka wouldn't have made where they have. They have impact journalism today. We know that people go out there to the very Dharavis to report stories of the kind that are being done. They may be few, but I think somewhere the fault lies with us. Why are they few? Are we spending 2 hours of our day watching cricket, or are we spending 2 hours of our day watching what is going on with the development of our nation? Are we, as the young people in this country who are all standing here and talking about the future and thinking about the demographic dividend, and of course thinking about what role can each one of us play in that development, aren't we out there seeking what we're getting? Haven't each one of us during the entire sort of political phase of election said, oh my God, this government has done nothing? If in a country 47% of us go out there and vote, 53% don't, 43% don't. I don't know, my math's off. Okay. So, the question we need to ask ourselves is, aren't we at fault? If I want to watch more of movies, more of entertainment, and I do not want to watch more of development issues, why just say that, Doordarshan's job is to put those out? Why shouldn't it be the job of other media organizations? It will be, but let us give them that signal. We cannot blame someone to say, okay, why is this Prime Minister not delivering? Didn't you guys vote for him? Didn't you have the option to vote for him? Why is this channel giving you what is feeding you? Because you seem to love watching them. Each one of you has an opinion on the shouting matches every night at 9 p.m. Yes? You guys hate it? You hate it? Or do you love it? You certainly switch it on, whatever the case, right? So I think at the end of the day, that's what is the situation at hand. You all are curious. You say, okay, I'm going to go watch that, but let me go check out what is this guy up to tonight. And that's the way it's all playing out in India today. We keep talking about this demographic dividend that everyone addressed earlier. I think this demographic dividend has the choice. We are a democracy. Today, despite all the ugliness of economic degrowth, lack of jobs, a jobless growth situation, we've had the freedom. 5 years of growth, practically no job addition. How many more additions to Facebook? I think practically the whole country entered Facebook in the last 5 years. So it goes to tell you what people want to do. They really have a voice. And as I think Samyak said, that let's go away from just being Facebook activists, get down and say, let's put this into action. So if you all have a view on media, which I'm sure you all will continue to develop as you grow, I think at the end of the day, what matters is how are we going to put this media to use as we move into the future and talk about being a sort of a gathering of young people who are going to make a big difference. I really have a few more pages, but I don't want to talk. So I'm going to just leave this open and ask you guys to ask questions if you have. I'll be really surprised if somebody who doesn't have a question on media, knowing what goes on in this country. There, 3 hands already, my God, okay. But who's moderating this for me? Lovely, sure. So would you just point out who you want to ask the question?
Sure. You? There, 1 second.
Yeah, it's an interesting point you brought up that, the media is showing us what the consumer wants, basically. It's showing entertainment, Bollywood, etc. The play I have on this is the technology essentially allows us to view media as a snacking habit, right? You view your smartphone, you see one news item, you really don't want to spend more time on it. Or, you go on the internet, you see one news item, and then you check your email. Whereas traditionally, media was something that you consumed over a much longer period. You read a newspaper for 45 minutes in the morning, or you saw a TV channel for 1 hour for a discussion show. So do you see this trend? So so if the devices are changed, we have these computers and mobile phones, which allow you to snack instead of really consume deep articles or deep editorials. How do you think we can get back the discourse to something that's much more deeper?
It's an interesting question, and I had planned to address social media in a bigger way, but I'm glad that you asked. I think there is no time for people to read extremely long articles at a time in the morning, which is why that favorite star that we all press, and we have this massive long list which we're yet to get back to. I think that's the way of life. We're consuming media in a different way. I think today we all watch television, but I actually feel that in the future, the future of television in India and the rest of the world is threatened, except for live sporting events, because I can watch it on demand on my phone, on my iPad, when I wish. And I mean, tomorrow it could well be in the air, the way technology is heading. So I think while one does have, media formats change, what doesn't change is the fact that media has an impact. Whether you take it in 140 letters, or whether you take it as a like on Facebook, or whether you just want to watch television. I think the important point here, and that's the real theme of the discussion, is that how do you make use of whatever platform you have and make an impact? I say that because today, media consumption is rising very, very sharply. And we are faced with that dilemma that the people who own these platforms are going to start influencing us in different ways that we wouldn't even know. I mean, your entire profile is out there for each one of us to see, right? So I think at the end of the day, you need to figure out that as you consume media, the platforms that you use, you need to start getting conscious of it. It's not just that the media is using you as just a customer. In the future. Today they are. But you've got to become the discerning user of media yourself. And I think that's the point. Let's not just be the ones who are being fed. Let's choose with what we want to be fed. That is the point to remember in the future as media changes.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sarah.
On your right hand side.
Sure.
Ma'am, since you're in media and you have very good knowledge and understanding about what is happening in this country, my question is pretty direct to you. I mean, what exactly is the problem in India? Is it the management / the governance, or is it the culture? And what are the measures? And what are the measures or the initiatives which are taken by the media if you think the management or the governance is a problem, or if you think the culture is a problem?
I'm a journalist, so I can say this without being worried. I know Manmohan Singh has been silent for a very long time, but I cannot give all the answers that he is supposed to. But that said, I think just a very quick, small point. I'll just take it to the point of youth. I think the problem is not about culture, our approach, development, the way we look at each other, the demographic dividend. I think the problem only lies with the fact that we always tend to have a negative approach to everything. For a minute, if you look at a positive story, you'll actually spin those forward. I think on International Youth Day, that's a good point to take back. I mean, look at the story Devita narrated. And these are the kind of stories that need to be taken forward. Yes, the media will report some negative stories. We can't deny the damn dollar is actually strengthening against the rupee. That is the fact. It may hurt. But there is also the fact that there are people who are doing great work out there. Those stories need to come out. And that's where youth play a role, because the number of people reading the newspapers today are far smaller than the number of people who can actually go out there within media, within their workplaces, spread the good work. So I think the big question, the overarching answer still lies with the PM, and we hope to get that soon. But I think from a youth standpoint, the point I'm making is that just get a little more positive in this world of negativity.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Chopra. I think that's all the questions we have time for. Sorry, we have to move ahead. Thank you.